I'm pretty sure that's going to travel through your meat. So it's just a wake-up call right now. We really got to make a more conscious decision on how we live, how we take care of ourselves, spending time with your loved ones. I have a mother who's in a nursing facility, and it's rough on me because I can't see her as often, so now I have to FaceTime her, and that could be rough for those who are dealing with that. And then the scary part, you're looking at the nursing homes. It's just like, I think these are issues they should have addressed earlier, because I think if these facilities was probably more sanitized and taken care of, because I think a lot of it wouldn't be as bad as it is. But, I think that's a wake-up call dealing with the nurses facilities and the healthcare department. There's just so much going on right now and different topics to touch on. It's sad, and prayerfully throughout the worst of this situation, pray it be a bigger blessing and an outcome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely got me to think more about trying to be the best that I can be and to try to be a blessing to the community ultimately. That's really been a big focal point of my downtime. Outside of trying to figure out how we're going to economically survive this thing, that's been a big part of how do you come out of this thing on top, And looking at it, I have to look at the Most High because He's made ways out of no ways for us time after time, and being in this scenario makes us want to lean in even more because I know we need guidance. I know that God's in total control. I know He is going to show us the way. And I know that He left us with some principles, and those principles are to love Him first with all our mind, body, and soul, and love our neighbors as we love ourselves. I understand that. So I know that's the key to making it through this, So, and I'm excited about, the fact that we're having to use our mind in different ways in order to excel. For us, it came from being behind a chair doing hair for hours, and now working social media for hours, just trying to push folk to the website. And honestly, God has been good because He's definitely, He's answering our prayers, And I thank God for our customers and friends who, sow seeds to help us stay afloat. And that's beautiful because then, like I said, that's going back into community, looking out for each other. Like I said, back in the 1920s, people of color, some of them learned to really rely and depend and then support one another. And it's funny, here it is, like me and Marty, 2020, we're having that same experience, whereas, people have started to sow seed into our lives, on a time of a struggle, But a lot of that, is built on the energy that you give out because, I've been blessed with great conversations with people that we've blessed in the past, whether with finances or it could have been just a word of encouragement and just showing love and how those people, are coming back and blessing us. I know in the Word it says something about casting your bread on the waters, and it'll come back in due time and in due season. And I tell you, it's been an awesome season. And, it's like you want to get out there, you want to grind hard, you want to work, but then God said, no, you stay still for a while. And let me show you that I'm in control, So as bad as you want to run, He's like, no, you can't run right now. I want you to lay low. I want you to stay calm and watch me work. Watch me work and watch me make you the head, not the tail, above and not beneath, the lender and not the borrower. Because ultimately, He's going to bring us out of this thing and with a mindset to keep Him first and then to be a blessing to our community. So all I can say, y'all, is that, hang on in there. You know,
Yes.
Don't let disparity, or don't even let being inside keep you from developing yourself into being that thing that God wants you to be, and that's the servant.
Yes.
And like you said, the servant will be the greatest among you. So that meant that in this time we got to hone ourselves so that we can be better givers, better doers, just a more disciplined people. And guess what happens when it happens? I'm going to tell you, people respect people with discipline.
Yes.
And so, we always trying to reach out and ask for other folks' money. But I tell you what, when we learn how to become a disciplined people, you earn the respect of your peers. And then guess what? When you get that kind of respect, then you can make some moves. And you ain't got to worry about gentrification because you're buying the property. And you ain't got to worry about paying for education because you are the educator. And you become the funders. So it's just that time when he's looking for us to become the cream of the crop. And that means that we have to really become more disciplined in the way we're eating, we're resting, how we're spending our money, how we're investing in one another, how we're treating each other. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's number one. We got to treat each other with respect. Our spouses need top-notch respect. Our children, the parents.
Yes.
We got to be able to teach these young people how to respect their elders, and elders need to take time to sow seed in the youngins so that we can be those people that God initiated it for us to be. We got to get back there.
Yeah. Also, being more mindful on how we spend our money and what we spend it on.
Yes.
I think with this pandemic, right now, a lot of people may be ready to get back out spending money, but I think during this time you better really think about saving versus just buying any little thing except for what you need. And just taking care of ourselves. We got to do that, number one.
I think we need to start thinking about investing, too. And that's why I think the big thing is start investing, too. And, it's really important that we start investing in positive things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Saving more.
Right. It can't be just throwing money away frivolously. We need to be investing in good ground.
Yeah.
We see a dream, or we see a great idea, or you see talent. You need to sow seed in that talent, but at the same time, let that talent understand that, those gifts come from the Most High. And, we got to respect that. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to throw a book at you, to throw the Bible at you and bust you upside the head. I'm just trying to say that if you put God in the center of your movements, He's going to bless you. And then,
that's right.
And that's what we're depending on, because a lot of things that we've experienced or we've accomplished thus far is really because God made ways out of no ways.
Yes.
And a lot of it has to do with our walk, too, because I don't want to become wealthy and have my spirit in trouble. I don't want to become rich and have to deal with a lot of sorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to become rich at the expense of hurting other people. Because I'm not going to find peace in that. So, but what I would find peace in is being a blessing and watching people grow as a whole, working together and putting God first. You know what I mean? And that means that we're using these things as tools and we're not worshiping them. We're starting to sow seed in people because we know it's something that the great I Am wants us to do. But at the same time, you're building each other up. You know what I mean? And you're giving God the glory. So there's no losing there. And we just got to get our minds out of being so greed-minded. And we need to be more love-minded.
We really need it right now.
Mm-hmm. And it's like it's a time now where if you take a stand for positivity, you become the outlaw. And that's one reason why we start focusing on the term the modern gangster, because you had people to blow the whistle on injustices, especially dealing with this epidemic. You had the gentleman who was the captain of the ship.
Yes.
And he's fighting for the life of his team or his ship. And he turns in and says, look, man, we struggling with this COVID. We need to stop. We need some help now. And to hear that man to be relieved of his duties because he spoke out about it, because he had compassion for the people on his ship.
Yes.
And him being basically fired because of that, it goes to show you, if you have a righteous heart, you now the outlaw. You ostracized. And it's crazy enough that, that if you are a righteous person, then you're looked at or frowned upon. You're the one that's breaking protocol. So, but at this time, we got to learn how to look out for people who are taking that stand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To speak on righteousness or to be a support to people who are taking a stand to be righteous. I think that's a positive thing too, and to champion the cause of the need. We got to get there, people.
Yes.
We got to get there, and I believe the Lord will bless us because of it. You know what I mean?
We need to.
I think
that's
so.
part of this whole pandemic, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lesson in it. I always say it's a blessing in the storm. You just got to seek it.
Mm-hmm. It is a blessing in the storm. And the blessing is that we're loving one another and we're looking to God for the answer.
That's right.
That's probably the biggest blessing at being in this thing. And prayerfully, we learn to respect one another.
Yes.
It's bringing out the worst and the best in us, And I can speak on that and dealing with this time has been an issue with domestic violence too.
Yes, and child abuse. It's bad.
Folks being oppressed have learned that, lashing out on the people that's closest to them, which is sad. Like I said, we got to change that narrative, man. Got to learn to work with each other and build each other up.
Also dealing with food things.
Oh, man.
I mean, I think I was watching in Florida. They had so many people. They said they had about 2,000 packages that they gave out that day.
Mm.
And it's just really serious dealing with the food supply, everything.
Mm.
It's sad. And you just don't know when it's going to get better.
But I'm not going to act like I'm hopeless, though, because, I really, at the end of the day, I know that God's in total control. And I know that there are people who are waking up on a I know that we're not the only ones who see and a feeling is tugging on their heart, you know what I mean, and looking to God for the answers. I know we're not the only ones because, people are moving and working together and creating better lives for other people. I know there's some soldiers out there putting the work in, It's just most times if you're looking at
we got to appreciate our nurses and doctors, those working in the food supply, the grocery stores. Mm-hmm. Oh, my gracious. That's been a big blessing. And for them to do it, go out here, because dealing with
their lives on the line.
They
put their lives on the line. It's interesting. A friend of mine, she posted something on Facebook, is that, we ain't got to think that the lawyers and, the politicians are bringing us out. You got to think the person that's right at the gas station and that's cleaning up, the janitorial work, people that's going to do the work in our food line, dealing with the grocery stores, the janitors, these are the people, the unsung heroes, that's really pulling us through these things. So we got a lot to be thankful for, so much to be thankful for. And we're saying, saluting those first responders that have a heart to be in that battle, and go in and take that pain and deal with the emotional distress of seeing people fight for their lives and some not make it, but still going and showing up.
I think that's awesome.
And having a heart, and I know that, it's been really tough for them, but, we salute them. They are our,
they are our heroes.
They are the hero, heroines. You know what I
Yes.
mean? We got a lot